Here's the sad thing in the church. Most of the stuff God trying to get some of us to leave is killing you anyhow. It's bad for you. I will never place what a man says above what the God man says. Come on, because that's how a lot of folk messing up in our day and time. They're no longer adhering to what Jesus said. They are going away from the teachings of Jesus. And if we should stray from the teachings of Jesus, we are no longer his disciples. We are no longer learners. Now notice what he says, because he strictly warned, verse 21, and commanded them to tell this to no one. I got some revelation, but I need it to be kept amongst us. Notice how much he loved them, that there were times that he would speak to them and what he would give them was personal. Because Jesus knew some things that he said everyone wouldn't be able to receive. But he wanted his true disciples, his bona fide disciples, to not only listen, but he wanted them to receive this saying or command that he's getting ready to say to them. Because what he's about to say to them is very important, listen, in reference to his assignment as well as their assignment. Now notice what he says. He says to them, the Son of Man, watch the next word, must suffer. Y'all got it? The Son of Man must what? A few things. I'm going to suffer 3 or 4 things. See, if we straight up followers of Jesus, just like he suffered many things, guess what's going to happen to a whole lot of us? We going to suffer what? Oh, some of you can't even say it. It ain't going to bring nothing on today, but the word is right. The word is right. How are we following him and he's going to suffer many things, but it's going to be a cakewalk for you. It's going to be easy for you to fulfill your assignment. Though your leader told you, look, when it come to me, fulfilling what the Father has for me to do, I'm going to suffer many things. Notice this, and be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the scribes. Now listen, he just told them, I'm going to suffer. I'm going to be rejected, eventually killed. Then he turns around and said, if anyone desires to come after me, come on. But wait a minute, you just said you're going to suffer, be rejected, and be killed, and you want us to follow you. He didn't say, come on, I got a bag full of money and we going to just go shop till we drop. If you want to shop till you drop, follow me. The invitation is somewhat hard. Because most of us are not going to follow somebody that's headed somewhere to suffer, be rejected, and be killed. And right here. He never mixed words when it came to his disciples. He never gave them a misunderstanding about what it was going to be like to follow him. Now, in our day and time, we can't really say that because so many preachers do their very best at trying to convince saints that they don't have to suffer. Even go so far as to tell people, if you are suffering, it's your fault, something you done did. But in the text, Jesus did not do anything to deserve the suffering. It was part of his divine assignment. But guess what? In some of our lives, we also going to suffer many things. We also going to be rejected. And in the day in which he actually said this, guess what Jesus knew about those who were listening to him? That many of them were not just going to die. Are y'all listening? They were going to die horrible deaths. And according to history, Peter was crucified, hanging upside down. What did he do, Pastor? Following Jesus. Paul had his head taken clean off his body for following Jesus. Now get this one. Some of the saints were tortured to the point to where they were dipped in oil, set on fire, and used as street lights. Used to be an example for those who want to follow that man Jesus. Because see, in the church, you got a whole lot of folk, they main thing here, bless me, bless me, bless me. And then, Lord, I want you to bless me, bless me, bless me some more. Not realizing he will bless you, bless you, bless you. But you're going through something too. See, and I told you I was going to have to teach it because you can't preach it. You're going to go through something. It ain't no way around it. It ain't no way under it. And it ain't no way over it. When it comes to suffering, being rejected, even killed, there are things we have to go through it. We have to go through it. You have to go through it because that's part of your assignment. If we true disciples, which again is a what? Learner, then we don't just suffer just to suffer. We learn in the midst of suffering. Come on. Yeah, you're going through it, but as a disciple, tell me something that you're learning as you go through that. What are you learning about people as you go through things and deal with folk mistreating you? What are you learning about people? Because some folks suffer and never learn anything. Some of you are going through financial suffering, but if you be honest, you ain't learned nothing. You basically still handle money the same way you was handling it when it got you in the predicament that you in. You're really not learning. When you are rejected, what do you learn? See, some of us as Christians, we want to be received by everybody. Everybody not going to receive you. You ain't going to be allowed into every clique. You won't be invited to every group. You won't get an invitation to every party. Come on, and you should be okay with that. When folk reject you based upon you believing in the word, you should be all right with that. Get to the point to where you don't cry over folk that don't want you, that reject you. If you really live holy, therefore in your family, they don't want nothing to do with you. You wondering why they threw that party at 2 o'clock in the morning and nobody called you. Really? Have you not figured it out? First thing he says, or the first thing I want to deal with, he said, if you're going to come after me, tell your neighbor, if you're going to come after Jesus, if you're going to follow him, this first one may seem hard. Shout to your neighbor, deny self. Deny self. He telling them up front. Well, I want it my way. Don't come after me then. Because if you're going to be my disciple, you got to deny yourself. What we have in the church, if we be honest, a whole lot of self. I would come to Bible study, but if I do that, that means I have to get off work and won't have time to really sit down and eat the way I like to eat, and I just have to come straight on. And so I really don't. That's the reason I don't do Bible study, y'all. It ain't that I don't be thinking about y'all, but if I come, y'all, it'll be that I just got off, and that would be such a press on me. But there ain't nothing for your homegirl to call you and say, girl, they got a deal out of this world. I know you just got off, but look, I was going to swing by there and get you. We need to get up here. They say they grabbing this stuff, girl. Look here, girl, I'll be ready. Look, I'm throwing on something right now. Come on by here. You don't mind sacrificing for something you like. You just rarely ever sacrifice for God. When I hear people use the word destiny, I really wonder, when you hear folk use that word, very rarely do people know what it's going to cost them. Where I was just destined to do this part of my destiny. Yeah. But hold up there, sister. Did you also know that part of that destiny involves you not doing the job that you want to do, because the job you want to do takes you out the will of God. Your destiny is to do a job that you really don't want to do, but it's the job that allows you to do what he wants you to do, and you underpaid, underappreciated, but that's your destiny. And if you be faithful, in a couple of years, I'll give you triple of what you left. But first, I'm going to have to see that you will deny self. When you talk about the disciples following Jesus, do you not realize many of them were business owners? That when he walked by them, he said, hey, follow me. And they left their business. What have you left? Here's the sad thing in the church. Most of the stuff God trying to get some of us to leave is killing you anyhow. It's bad for you. If you ain't lost a friend or two along the journey, I guarantee you're a hypocritical Christian. The only way you maintain them is being different than how you are here.